Okay. So see, what I was saying, what is a sprint? So a sprint is nothing, but it's a one time box. Time box means we are when we are starting the project in Agile, we are taking some benchmark. We are saying, okay, we will deliver every 2 weeks some item or some functionality features we are going to deliver 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. So a sprint is a timeline or a cycle that is 2 to 4 weeks, but we cannot change it in a project. If you'll say, okay, my sprint cycle will be 2 weeks, then until your entire delivery, you will not change the cycle. You will keep always 2 weeks. If you will select 3 weeks, then you will say, okay, entire project delivery, I will take 3 weeks of sprint cycle. 3 weeks, it means we are not counting the weekend. We are counting only the working days, Monday to Friday. 5 days, 5 days, 5 days for the 3 weeks means 15 days, whatever the item that you are going to deliver. Okay, what are the feature that you are going to deliver? So I have worked for the 2 weeks sprint cycle, I have worked for the 3 weeks, and I work only one project with the 4 weeks of sprint cycle. Right. Okay. So here I'm saying I'm taking, let's say, 2 weeks cycle. So what I will say, first I will find out that in this 2 weeks, what are the item or features that I'm going to deliver. So if you can able to see here, I have the product backlog, I have a sprint backlog. So what is difference between product backlog and sprint backlog? Product backlog is end to end product information that you want to implement or you want to develop. So if I'm going to work with a waterfall, so I know that everything is ready, end-to-end things, I know that what I have to deliver. Agile is saying when you are not sure that what are the feature that you want to develop, then go with the Agile concept. If you know all the feature that you want to implement, choose the waterfall. But as Agile is nowadays more choose technology by like option by the market that people want to develop Agile. So even though you know everything, even though if you'll go everything with your, if you know everything that you need to develop, what you will do, you will put all the item in a one list, 1 to 100 items. Out of 1 to 100 items, product owner will say what are the priority items that he want to deliver. So product owner will say, okay, out of 100, I need this 5 item in first 2 weeks. So you will move those 5 items to the sprint backlog. Then your developer team will work for the 2 to 3 week cycle, whatever you have chosen. They will develop those 5 items, okay, so that they will do all this cycle. Okay, they will choose this 5 items that I shown in the initial here. They will take these 5 items, okay. They will start designing, defining. Sorry, they will analyze that 5 item, define what they need to develop, design and development. They will do the testing and they will deploy. So every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you will run the same cycle. Okay. So after 2 weeks, what you will do? You deliver those items. What now you will do? You will check your product backlog. Okay, 5 items got completed. Now let's pick up next 5 priority item. You will bring those into the next sprint and then you will develop and then you will deliver. Now, what we are doing in this 2 weeks. So what we will do, your development team will do the development, tester will do the testing, okay, all the necessary will happen. But you will do one more thing that is known as a daily scrum meeting. This is an interview question. People will ask you either you're developer or you are BA or you are scrum master. Company will ask you definitely this question that what is daily scrum meeting, what you are doing with the daily scrum meeting. So daily scrum meeting is like just 15 minutes of meeting that we call as a stand-up call. Why the stand-up call? Because people are saying you don't need to arrange any proper seating and any conference room. Just come to a coffee table, stand all the people, the development team, BA, everything will stand in a team. Within 15 minutes, your scrum master will discuss with everyone that okay, only three things. What you have worked yesterday, what you are working today, and do you have any issue. That's it. You are not going to discuss about the more detail about the issue, what is the progress. No. Just you will ask what you have worked on, means what got completed items, what you are working today, and is any obstacle. If there's you got the three answer, you will know there's all things are working fine. There is no concern, no issues. So that is the known as a daily Scrum meeting. This is the same diagram but little bit more detail. What I will do when I'm going to start a project, I know the project, all the business case. Based on that, we will discuss all the functionality and we'll create an entire product backlog. Product backlog, as I told, it might be that you know the entire product backlog, or you will do, today two functionality. Your development team is doing the development for next 2 weeks, and meanwhile, your product owner will think about more functionality and add into the backlog. So it's a iterative process. It will product backlog will get increased. Okay. Today you have the two backlog, tomorrow you will get might be 10 backlog until you are not completed with all the functionality that you want to deliver or you want in your application. From product backlog, during a sprint planning meeting, you will create a sprint backlog. What is a sprint planning meeting? Planning meeting is nothing but developers are talking with the product owner that what is your expectation in next 2 weeks? What is the priority item that you want us to develop? That is happening on the planning meeting and that will convert as a sprint backlog. What we will do on this between this circle arrow, it is same sprint duration where you will do the development, and then end of the sprint your output is a acceptable deliverable product, means whatever the team has developed, tested completely, you will give the demo to your stakeholders, product owner. If there is no issue and it's aligned with your requirement, it means that component is now end to end ready and you can deploy to the production. What we are doing in the sprint planning meeting? Okay, first thing, sprint planning meeting, who are the
So
participants?
can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
So can you please switch this slide to back to the sprint one?
This one.
Yeah, there. Sir,
You are in mute. Can you unmute yourself and tell me?
sorry. So basically, sir, you are saying that sprint is basically a length of period, length of time when a team works to complete a set of amount of work, right?
Correct. It's a time duration. Okay.
Uh,
So when we are starting a new project, we are defining this all things that okay, my timeline will be 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Entire project might be go up to 1 year, but every 2 weeks or 3 weeks you have to deliver something.
yeah. So, sir, here the frequency of our sprint is basically 1 to 4 weeks long, right?
Yes, 1 to 4 weeks, but you have to
Hmm.
decide. You cannot change in between the project. Agile is
So,
saying,
sir,
uh-huh.
yes, yes, please.
So see, what is
Yeah.
happening? Sometimes some support projects, right? They are getting some of the tickets they are getting. Okay. So they will not
Hmm.
wait for the 2 weeks to complete their ticket to resolution, right? What they're saying, they are doing the frequent releases. So what they will do, they will take, okay, this 50 ticket I have to complete within 1 week. So they will take the sprint cycle as a 1 weeks.
Hmm.
Okay. Every
So,
one
sir,
week.
all these sprint work together or each sprint work individually? Basically, I have this question.
No. So sprint
Uh,
is always like sequential. One sprint will get over, then you will start next sprint. For example,
okay.
let's say I will show you
Uh,
calendar. Okay. See,
uh,
this is my calendar. Okay. As I told that I have the 2 weeks of sprint cycle. Okay. So let's see, today Friday is getting completed. So let's see, my next sprint will get start from the Monday. Okay. So my sprint timeline is a 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 24th, I have to deliver item that I have already committed or my product owner has asked me to deliver. So in this case, in month of January, how many sprint I can deliver? I can deliver one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 days is working.
Mm.
If I'm going to start from Monday, okay, so
Mm.
Monday to Monday. So one, two, three. So one sprint, two sprint, and it's a two sprint I can deliver in month of January, correct?
Right.
So once I will complete one sprint, then only my next sprint will be get start. And one more thing,
Mm.
let's see, I am told that I will deliver 10 functionality in my first sprint. Okay, it means 10 days I am going to deliver the my 10 functionality. But
Mm.
somehow I am not able to complete my 10 functionality. I just completed my 9 functionality. So the remaining one will move to the next sprint.
Okay.
Okay. So once I will start the next sprint, I have to complete this pending item first, then my other item I
Mm.
can add. Okay.
All right.
So there are few
Understood.
things that we are discussing that how many work we can complete in one sprint. So this is depend on how many capacity in your team members. Means as the office we are saying we are working for 8 hours in a day, right? In Agile, we will
Mm.
say 8 hours is not only for the development. We will remove the 2 hours for your lunch, for your meetings, right? But your
Mm.
team members will work 6 hours per day, correct?
Correct. Right.
Agree?
Yes.
So now if I have a 10 days of working means one person will deliver 60 hours of work, correct?
Right.
Mhm.
So there are two things. Whenever you are taking any work or product owner is asking us to do the work, we are calculating two things. One, how much time it is going to develop, and then we'll see do we have the capacity or not. If I in my team I have the three team member, it means the total work that I can my team can work is 180 hours work they can work, correct?
Right.
So if my product owner is asking me 200 hours work, I will say okay, I can deliver only 180 hours work. I don't have the capacity to deliver the 200 hours work in 2 weeks. Okay, so
All right.
we are calculating this estimation two way. One we call it the story point, another is the hour estimation. Generally, Agile is saying work with the story point estimation. Story point means you will define your functionality based on complexity. If I will say I have to just write a simple program, simple login screen, I will say okay,
Mm.
it's very simple. So I can say it's a one story point means it might be take maximum 8 hours of work for me. I'm just giving the one story point, small. Complexity is very less. But same if I'll say I need the login page with validation, then validation also I need the complex validation, 8 character minimum, one uppercase, one lowercase, one specific character, right? It means it is a
Right.
little bit complex, correct?
Mm. Correct.
So I will say effort will require more. I will say oh, now it's not the one story point, it's a three story point. So
Mm.
Agile generally we are doing the calculation based on the story point estimations. So that will take some time to understand that what is an hour. So that's why I given the example of the hour estimation that you how you will calculate your capacity.
Mm.
Okay. Any
All right.
doubts so
Thank
far
you.
now?
No, sir. Thank you.
No, sir.
Now see, when we are doing this sprint planning meeting, right? This sprint planning meeting is for what product owner is asking us to deliver within that particular time bound, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 week. Who will join this meeting? These three person are important: product owner, Scrum team, and your Scrum master. Even though Scrum master might be skipped, but product owner and Scrum team members are important. Okay. Customer management, these they people can only join the call if they want anything else to add for the development. Otherwise, they are not required on the planning meeting. The planning meeting is always happen between the product owner and Scrum team members, because product owner will say this is my product backlog, okay, and this sprint these are the priority of the item. Scrum team will discuss those requirements. If they have any doubt or question, they will clarify the questions from the product owner as a functional knowledge, not the programmer, okay, programming thing. Because developer product owner will not going to say that you have to choose the Java or something, right? Or this is the logic you have to write. No. Scrum team will just discuss about the functionality and product owner will explain the functionality. Then In this, we will see what is our team capacity for this particular sprint. Might be one person is leave or some holidays period are coming. We will remove those timeline and then we will decide, okay, these many items we can deliver. Okay. So this is happening on the planning meeting. What is the goal? That end of the meeting you will know what is your sprint goal, means what you are going to deliver, and what is the item that you are going as a product sprint backlog. Okay, out of 100 items you are going to deliver 10 items, so those 10 item list you will get here with all requirement details, that what kind of validation, what is the functionalities, everything you will know in this meeting. So that's why I mentioned like sprint, this can be like a like 1 week to 1 month of iteration process, where there will be no outside person will interact with the Scrum team members. Okay, each sprint is having one daily Scrum meeting, that is a 15 minutes meeting, so that every sprint you have the daily call with your team members, and that will be facilitated by Scrum Master, who will take care about those three questions: what you did, what you are doing, and what is the obstacles. Daily Scrum call is nothing but a 15 minutes call. You will ask three questions: what you did yesterday, what you are doing today, and any issues, so that Scrum Master will know that any risk is about to happen or not. Then this is not now required. End of the sprint. Okay, once your sprint will get over, you people has developed the applications, that particular modules. You will give the demo to your stakeholders and product owner, so they will know in this 2 weeks what you have developed, and is there any comment they will provide or anything that they will add, then you have to rework. If there is no comments and looks okay, it means that your that particular code is now final ready and you can commit your changes. No future changes is required on those code. And that is the beauty of Agile, that it's a transparent. Whatever team has developed, whether it's wrong and right, you are giving the demo immediately. If any suggestions, feedbacks are coming, we are incorporating those changes into next sprint. Then product backlog. This is not required, right, for this today's discussion. Then let's move. Now I'm going to discuss a little bit about the agile concept. Okay. See, as I told it initially that agile, Scrum, we had discussed that, okay, how agile work. Agile work on the based on six principle, five aspect, 19 processes. Okay, and this is the part of Scrum framework. In Scrum, you have a certain principle, process, and aspect. So what are these? Let's discuss. So see, Scrum has the six principle. One, let me move this little bit down. This all part just now we discussed, but I let me explain. It's an parallel process control, self-organized, collaboration, value-based prioritization. I will explain this also. Time boxing, iterative development. So what is happening? See, employer process control is nothing but it's kind of whatever the team will develop. This will be full transparent. Okay, there is no interaction with the outside people. No one will interact with the team members. Self-organization means your team member. See, John, generally what happens in waterfall, you have to, your team member will always wait for the technical lead or management to explain what to do next, right? What I will deliver today, I might have completed my task, what I can pick up. No. Agile is saying you no need to ask this question. You know what is client is expecting or your product owner has asked you to develop, because that is in your backlog list. So if you have completed your one work, no need to ask. Go check that particular list and pick up the next item by your own. So that is the like self-organization. Collaboration is nothing but it's kind of how you are discussing with your other team members and all, so that it will not impact your delivery. Value-based prioritization, you have the entire backlog in sprint backlog, right? Now product backlog to sprint backlog, we are doing the conversion. How? There are 100 items, but out of 100 items, what are the first priority item that your product owner want you to develop. So that is a value-based prioritization. See, I can pick up any random things, right? But see, my first thing, if I'm working on one web application, and I will say I'm working the database, I'm working with the uh, e-commerce, like adding an item. But if user will not able to log into the application, it nothing is a useful. So as per the priority, I will first ask to create the functionality for login screen. So that is a value-based prioritization. That product owner will say what is useful for the business. That is a value-based prioritization. Time boxing, as just now we discussed about like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when you want to deliver the items. So that is time boxing. Iterative development, every sprint we have the iteration. We will take the new requirement, we will do the analysis, we'll do the design, we'll do the development, testing, and then delivery. So this is iterative development. Scrum aspect. So it's a five aspect, okay? Organization, business justification, quality, change, and risk. These five aspects are important in a Scrum. We'll discuss more details, so don't worry. Let me first tell you few more things. Now, see, this phase, if you see, these are similar to like SDLC phase, software development life cycle. Initiation phase, planning and estimation phase, implementation, review and retrospective, and release. Within this phase, we have this process. Those are the 19 process that I talked in this picture. So 19 process. See, initiation phase, what we are doing means we know what is our project vision. In this phase, we will discuss who are the Scrum team members, who will be your Scrum master, who is the product owner. Okay. We will create our Scrum team members. It can be a two Java developer, one Python developer, one UI developer. These all we are making our Scrum team members. Okay. Tester, QA, everything. Develop Epic. Develop Epic is nothing but it's kind of what are the backlog item, the product backlog. Okay. Then you will prioritize that. You will do the like top to bottom that okay, this is a more priority than less priority like that. And you will say one release plan you will make. Release plan is nothing. Some of the company what they are saying that they have the very important huge project. So they are saying we will not deploy everything into the production environment after every sprint. They will keep everything in one of the staging environment, and after 3 or 4 sprints they will deploy everything into the production environment. That we call as a release planning. Hope I am audible. All are silent.
No, no,
Yes,
no.
you're audible.
Yeah, Radha.
And see, whatever I'm explaining, these are might be like very new for you guys, but once you will start studying again, right? These are the few questions that people are asking in an interview also. So generally, this is a little bit more classes are happening for the Scrum and all, the Scrum Master, Agile concept, Agile team member classes for more detailed discussion. So we'll discuss that later. Now, planning estimation phase. So in planning estimation phase, you will create your user story. Product owner user story means description of the functionality. That what is the expectation login screen. Okay, this is a requirement. But in login screen, I need the one login ID. I need the password, forget password, reset password, submit button. Right? These are the requirement. So that we will write as a user story. Then you will do the estimation for that. This story you will present to the product owner or this will get approved by the product owner. Then you as a developer you will create your task that okay to implement this story. What are the tasks that you are going to do? Means you will create your database, you will write the Java code, logic, everything you will mention in the task. You will provide the task estimation like for this creating a UI, it will take 5 hours. Creating the validation, it will take 2 hours, right? So that is a part of your estimation task. Create a sprint backlog. So this whatever the story that you have created, that will be the part. From that you will ask the priority and you will create the sprint story. Okay. Now coming to the implementation. So in implementation, what is the sprint backlog? You will start developing those items. Then you will do the your daily stand up in the implementation section because it's a part of your sprint cycle. And then again during that part we will discuss with the product owner what is the next about to come. So you will prioritize those product backlog as well. end of the each sprint, we are giving the demo. That is a part of review and retrospective. That I know that I am a developer. I developed something, right? But that is my understanding that I did the right thing. But once I will show the demo, that I will get the feedback from the stakeholders and product owner, and that it will be clear that okay, whatever the thing that we have developed, that is right or wrong. Okay, so that's why it's very important that we are giving the review meeting with the our stakeholders and product owners. After this release, so yes, everything is approved by the stakeholders and product owner. We are good to deploy that into the production. Agile manifesto. Okay, so does anyone know what is a manifesto? So I will suggest think about what is manifesto, but let me explain what does it mean in Agile. So see, Agile is saying if you want to deliver something in a proper way without impacting to anyone, right? You have to follow this Agile manifesto so that there will be no issue in your delivery, no risk will be always less. Okay. So what it's saying, individual and interaction over process and tool. Agile is saying all team members will work individually, okay, and interact with each other. They have to follow the process and they have to maintain everything in the tool that Agile is asking to work on the Agile related tool. Your delivery will be your working software, means working software over the comprehensive document. Waterfall, you have need to mention every document that okay, this functionality have this needs to be implemented, this feature. But what Agile is saying, work on the working software over the comprehensive documents. No need to depend on any document. Just work on your things, okay? And that should be working. It's not like that half of the things is not working. Customer collaboration is nothing but it's kind of how when you're giving the sprint demo, where you are interacting with your customer or the product owner to get the feedback, or during your sprint also if you have any question or doubt you can reach out to your product owner and he will tell you immediately okay this is the requirement, this is your understanding is wrong or right. Respond to change. As I told waterfall you will get all the requirement in one initially. In between you will not allow to make the changes. But Agile is saying that you can make the changes. You have to accept the changes because you will get the time for that as well. Some of the questions are there. Then okay, let me stop here. Let me stop the recording. Okay. So see, let me stop the recording.